everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a chocolate bourbon pecan pie. Today I'm gonna show you a really great recipe that is perfect for the holidays, and you guys know it's pie season, which means it is specifically pecan pie season, which is the best pie in my personal opinion. I'm gonna be showing you a chocolate bourbon pecan pie recipe. This is also called a Kentucky Derby pie, but this is not the Kentucky Derby, this is the holiday season, so we're just gonna call it a chocolate bourbon pecan pie. And the first thing we're going to do is prepare our pie crust. Now, you can either do a homemade pie crust. I'm not a homemade pie crust kind of girl. I've tried a billion times, still haven't figured out the right recipe. But I like to buy my pie crusts. I get them from Whole Foods. I actually got all of my ingredients from Whole Foods. Not sponsored by Whole Foods, though that would be amazing. Whole Foods, reach out if you're interested in partnering. But I love all of the Whole Foods products, especially the pie crust. I think they're some of the best on the market, even better than like Pillsbury or any of those other brands. So I'm gonna get my pie crust. And the first thing you're going to actually do is get a 9-inch pie pan. I like to use this Pyrex one, not sponsored by Pyrex, but it just holds up really well for the pie, doesn't burn the bottom, really, really great. So I'm gonna take some avocado oil spray. You can use any kind of cooking spray. You could use some softened butter, grease, whatever you want, just to spray the bottom of the pan. And I wanna make sure that all the sides are coated. This just helps to ensure that the pie crust doesn't stick to the pan. You could also use a disposable pan. You can get them anywhere, but you want it to be like 8.5 or 9-inch disposable pie pan if you're gonna be using one of those. So I'm gonna take this pie crust and roll it out from the parchment paper that it is in. And we're going to transfer all of this dough onto our pie pan. So I'm just gonna drop it in there, carefully drop it in. And we're going to press it down to make sure that it is touching all of the sides and the bottom of the pie pan. So I'm just pressing it down like this gently. And you will have excess, and that is perfectly fine. You're gonna have excess no matter what kind of pie crust that you do. Do not throw out this parchment paper. We're gonna use it for this pie crust. So now that I have pressed down the pie crust, I've also been preheating my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm gonna take a knife and I am going to cut off the excess. So I'm just going along and I'm gonna cut off all the excess around the edge. If you have a pie pan that has a lip, you can leave that lip part. So as long as, however much it goes over, you can leave that part. You can decorate it however you want. Mine doesn't have that lip, so I'm just gonna cut all the way along the edge. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and also like this video while you're at it. You can either discard all of the dough that you cut off, but I actually like to keep it and make like mini pies with this. I don't let anything go to waste in this house. I'm now gonna get a fork and poke all over the bottom of this dough. I'm also going to poke the sides. You're now going to take that parchment paper that the dough was in, and if your dough is homemade, or if you didn't get the kind of dough that's store-bought that has the parchment paper, just cut a piece of parchment paper. And you're going to drop it inside gently into the pie crust. Now that I've laid down the parchment paper, I'm gonna get my baking rice. You can either have dry beans or dry rice, and this stores for years really well because it's just dry, you're not gonna cook it. And I use it for any kind of baked pies that I wanna make sure I'm weighing down. There's also pie weights, but you totally don't need that. Just get some dry rice or dry beans. So I'm gonna get this rice and cover the bottom. This helps weigh it down so when it's baking, it doesn't rise. I'm just gonna spread this out, make sure it is weighing down evenly in the pie. All right, and this is ready to go into the oven. We're going to pre-bake. It's gonna pre-bake for, not pre-bake, but it's gonna be in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. We're pre-baking for the pie because we wanna make sure that it is partially already cooked before we put the filling in. So 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. While the pie crust is baking, I'm going to chop my pecans. And of course, all of the measurements will be down in the description below. If you're also interested in which items I use, like which knives I use, which pans I use, make sure to check out my Amazon storefront. Link is in the description below. I'm going to chop my pecans and just make sure that they are fully chopped. You can also leave some whole pecans for decorating for later. And that will not be part of the measurements for the decorating piece. Also, I know some of you in the comments are gonna be like, it's not pecans, it's pecan, it's pecan. That's how I say it. I think pecan is the correct way. Some people say pecan. Let me know how you say it down in the comments below. Let's go ahead and scoop all of this into our bowl. This is just for ease when we put it into the pie. While our pie crust is still baking, I am going to prep the filling for the pie. So I have some dark maple syrup and I have some granulated sugar and light brown sugar. This recipe, of course, is not a low carb recipe like most of the stuff on my channel. This is a regular plain Jane recipe for the pecan pie. So yes, these are all real sugar. This is granulated cane sugar and light brown sugar. So I have my saucepan heating to medium heat and I'm gonna add all of these ingredients to the saucepan. This is the dark maple syrup, the sugar, and the light brown sugar. We are going to bring this to a boil and continuously whisk for about 5 minutes. And you wanna keep it at medium heat. We're basically incorporating and melting the sugar, letting it cook for 5 minutes. And I will set a timer for the 5 minutes. This has started boiling, so I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes and continuously whisk as it is cooking. And you wanna make sure you're watching, don't let it bubble over too much. That's why you wanna do the continuous whisking, and that way it doesn't burn to the bottom of the pan, but make sure that the heat is no more than medium or no less than medium heat. You can see that the color is already getting lighter. That's exactly what you're looking for. All I will say is, if you're worried about doing a workout before you eat this pie, you will definitely get a workout while you're whisking. I've set aside this filling to just cool slightly over here on the side, and our pie is also done baking at the exact same time. So I'm going to carefully take out the rice, and as you can see, it hasn't risen at all. It is perfectly cooked and ready for our filling. As the sugar filling is cooling slightly, I'm going to mix the remainder of the ingredients. I have 4 large eggs that I am going to beat in this bowl here. And I'm going to add the whisked eggs that are at room temperature to a larger heat-proof bowl. I'm going to add some vanilla extract and sea salt, and let's whisk this together. I'm now gonna add some bourbon, and I like to use Bulleit. Doesn't really matter which one you use, but it should be bourbon. I'm also gonna add some all-purpose flour. You wanna break it up, make sure it doesn't get clumpy. And this is some unsalted butter. I have melted it for about 30 seconds in the microwave, and I wanna let it cool to not necessarily room temperature, but you're going to slowly add to make sure that the eggs are not cooking as you're adding this. So slowly, just a little bit at a time, we are tempering the eggs. If you also love these aprons, we have them in 4 colors available on the merch store now. Link is in the description below. Now that I've whisked all those ingredients, I'm going to mix our sugar mixture into here, but we're not gonna add everything at once because we're trying to temper our eggs. So I am going to add about half a cup slowly, and we're continuously whisking. And I'm just gonna continue to slowly add this mixture. Continuously whisking, that way we're not cooking the eggs and we're bringing them up to temperature. If you add this too fast, you're basically gonna get like scrambled eggs mixed in with a sugar syrup. Take your time, don't go too fast. Now make sure that we get everything in here. Just take a spatula and scrape all that syrup. I forgot to mention that while we are doing this, we've also changed the oven temperature. So I have brought down the oven temperature to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. So some people like to fill the pie shell with the pecans and our chocolate before you put the filling in. But in order for all of the ingredients to kind of get mixed together, I like to have it mixed together, not layered. So I like to mix it into the sugar mixture, the filling first, and then pour it into my pie. So I'm going to add the chopped pecans directly here and mix that together. And then I also have some semi-sweet chocolate chips, which I'm going to add in as well. And let's just combine this all together. This just makes sure that everything is evenly spread out. I'm gonna take my filling and now carefully pour it into my pie shell. Just go slow. And I'm going to evenly spread this out, make sure the nuts are evenly spread out. At this point, if you wanted to decorate, you could, which is what I'm going to do. I have my whole pecans. I'm just gonna decorate this however I like. So what I like to do is kind of like a little flower in the center. And this is of course totally optional. So I do like 4 like that in the center. And then I like to do another 4 like that. And our pie is ready to go into the oven. It's going to bake at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for at least 40 minutes, but it could take between 45 to 50. And the reason I say this is because it really depends on how much it's cooked, but you wanna be careful to not overcook. So check it at 40 minutes. The middle should be slightly moving, but the outer side should be completely set. If it is like that and it is slightly moving in the center, you know that it's ready. You can take it out. It will completely set as it's cooling on the counter. So check at 40 minutes. And that is it. Our delicious pie is ready. You know that it's ready when it is set on the outside and slightly jiggly in the center. You wanna let it cool completely because when it cools to room temperature, and that could take up to a couple hours, when it cools to room temperature, everything should set and it will be absolutely perfect. And of course, this is best served with your favorite vanilla ice cream and vanilla bean ice cream. Thank you all so much for watching. I can't wait for you guys to try this recipe. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell to never miss a tasty upload. Till next time.